Do our toast, so here we go. I tried to make it. I swear I did. Couldn't do it. Couldn't do it. Couldn't do it. Man, I tried. Family, I tried. I wanted to make it to 9 p.m., but I can't make it to 9 p.m. no more. Y'all seen how many shows we've been missing, so when I got the energy, I'm jumping up. I'm going to do the goddamn nightly show or the night show. And the night we are on Tribal Quotes. So family, I want to welcome you to the congregation of the mighty, the home of the stubborn minority, the place where hustle builds muscle. This is Gye-Nyame Journey Media. I'm your host, Brother Hatim. This is Tribal Quotes, and of course, you know this is a Heart of a Summer production. Better get it together, Simba. Where we strive to
blow up your old paradigm.
All right. Before we get into, because we got 6 proverbs, we're going to try to make it through. Hopefully some people come and join us. If not, jump up, get off. Oh, damn, I forgot. Hey, Vicky, where is the speaker at? You ever bring the speaker in? Cleveland. Cleveland. The real life here, Gye-Nyame. I need that speaker, man. Go and get that speaker. I am going to open up the lines. I knew it was something I forgot. We're going to open up the lines so we can have some conversation. We got an incoming call. We can't take the call right now. I know who that is. I got to get with that brother. Good brother. And gotta holler at him.
What?
I need my. Your mama left my speaker in her car. She did it on purpose because she knew I was gonna make you go get it. Welcome to the life of a man, young fella. Get your mama's car key. It's your mama's. It's in her car. Bring me that speaker. I need that speaker. All right. So I will be opening the lines in a second, but until we open up the lines, let's talk about some of this news. So first, I have several articles about the microbiome, and we're gonna read a little bit about it. Now I've been telling y'all about it for a couple of years now. So the microbiome is the part of, some people think that it should be classified as another organ in the body, but it's the place most famously known as the gut bacteria. In the gut is an area, well, even an area, it's all over the body, and it's composed of trillions of bacteria, yeast, and other microorganisms that help your body function properly. Now, by learning about the microbiome and being able to feed the healthy bacteria and yeast, or those that help you, you are able to do a lot of incredible things, because not only does it affect how your body runs, it also affects how your mind runs. Now, addictions can be traced to the microbiome, like our addiction to sugar. There are certain microorganisms that demand sugar, and they send signals that hit your brain, that tells your brain that you are craving sugar, and gets you up from your desk and take you to the vending machine to where you go and spend that money to get that sugar. We got to be clear. We got to be clear. All right, this is a major key to our health. Now, our microbiomes are, in a sense, set culturally. Let me just say that to you. Culturally, I want y'all to think about this, right? So groups have similar microbiome. This is why in Gye-Nyame Journey we talk about in the four pillars of health. We talk about in the 4 pillars of health. We talk about breathing, which is number 1, which is the most important. Right? Without breath, you die. You meet damn near within a couple of minutes. Water, which is the second most important. We tell you to drink half your weight in ounces. We all struggle. I struggle with that. I know other people struggling with that. Some of y'all that aren't struggling with that, congratulations. That's a major step in staying healthy. The next one is eating. Proper eating, right? Eating a culturally appropriate diet. Eating a culturally appropriate diet. Those of us of African descent, we need to look at the African heritage diet. I've been pushing that for the last 3, maybe 4 years now. You have to get in tune with the African heritage diet and start incorporating health. How can I put it? Start incorporating foods that are culturally connected to you. Last but not least is movement. Stop sitting at your desk. Get up and walk and talk to your coworker. Walk around your place of work, your place of employment. You know what I'm saying? Start adding different activities to your life, because moving, it don't take a whole lot. You just have to move enough. You know, some people, you believe you got to sweat and all that. Just move, family. Just move. That's why just in the song, if you sing the song with me in the morning, right? Take your breath. You ain't got to sit there for 35 minutes breathing. You can. That will help. But just take a breath. Every now and then in the song, I say, drink your water. But first, take your breath and drink your water. Take your breath and drink your water. We get 3 breaths in, and you can start feeling the effects on your mind. You know what I'm saying? So, hey, boom. So now, getting back to the microbiome, right? Shouts out to Croissy Low. I see you out there. I'm going to open up these lines because I know some of the family is going to want to join me real soon. Now, I just found out that on Uber Conference, I can do video chats, but I can't let everybody see the video as of yet. So I'm still working on figuring that out. I got to get my Streamlabs to work properly on my computer, and I haven't tested it yet. So I won't guarantee that we're going to be able to do that as of yet. But I have to figure out something soon because I got an interview that is major that's coming up. And I want to make sure that I'm able to get everybody that's going to be on this show on this show. I don't know what doop
You are the
means.
first participant on the Super Conference.
So the lines are open.
While we wait for
Call
the
in
to join.
lines. Call. The black line is open.
Sasha, what are you doing? What happened? Why is this there? Sausage.
Let me type it right. The black
No, I want to eat it.
line is open. 614-556-4535. All right. So back to the microbiome, family. Back to the microbiome. So, in Fast Company, an article by Fast Company says the effects of inequality run as deep as our microbiome. So, the wealth gap also affects your microbiome. Let's go and read this because I want to give y'all just a few, because you can do your own research, but I want to give you some few. So check this out. Rich neighborhoods have very different microbes from those in poor ones. Of course, we know this. People worry about having access to clean water, power, health care, and healthy foods because they are essential for survival. But do they ever think about their access to microbes? Every day humans encounter microbes in air, water, soil, food, and buildings, and pick them up and leave them behind everywhere they go. Although you might be reaching for the hand sanitizer as you read this, many of these microbial exposures are beneficial to human health. But not everyone has equal access to good microbes. Now, one of the aspects is that in our homes right now, we have these products that say that they kill 99.99% of all of the microbial things in our house, which depletes the microbiome. Now, I'm not telling you not to use all that stuff, but I'm going to say this. If you can clean without using some of that stuff, you should. Because sometimes what happens is we kill all of the microorganisms. And a lot of these microorganisms we need. I'm just saying. All right. Social equity is the practice of applying justice and fairness to our social policies. Society often measure it in terms of access. Do people have equal access to healthy foods and clean water? We know the answer to that. How about medical care? Nope. Safe housing, parks and forests? My idea of microbes and social equity is rooted in the fact that we rely on the microbes that live in our bodies or in the environment around us. We need public policies that promote access to microbes. Now, this guy right here says, I am a gut microbiologist, and I want to understand the microbes that pass through our digestive tract and how they impact us. For example, human beings can't digest plant fiber. We actually rely on several species of microbes in our gut to do this, which provides us with the nutrients we need. Microbes also help train our immune cells not to attack those trillions of microorganisms living in our body, thereby maintain a delicate truce. Connecting with good microbes. Here goes some information for you. I wanted to a space to learn about and discuss the idea of microbes and social equity. So I developed and taught a course at the University of Oregon during the summer of 2019. I focus on how access to basic necessities like nutritious foods, and especially fibers, pre- and postnatal health care, green space, and city parks could influence microbial exposures and individuals' experiences throughout a lifetime. These findings and discussions have now been published as a peer-reviewed essay in the Journal of PLOS Biology. Now, this is on Gye-Nyame Journey Timeline. You can go through and you can read the rest of it. But the important part I want you to understand is that, family, the best microbes are out in the woods. They're not necessarily in the city. So we need to start interacting with nature. We need to start letting our children play in the grass. We need to, you know what I'm saying? And because what they're finding out is that children that are isolated a lot and don't get exposures to some of these things, they end up with a lot of allergies. You also start affecting as the older you get, the less microbes, the less powerful your microbiome is, the more susceptible you are to certain diseases. A lot of the diseases that are affecting our community now were not affecting our community. Why? Because we are operating outside of how we are supposed to operate. We are not introducing healthy we are not introducing healthy microbes into our system. This comes through our food. This comes to the places we are at. You know what I'm saying? So what we have to start being able to do is start creating those spaces where we can get access or get exposed to some of the microbes, to some of the microorganisms that we need to exist. Like they just talked about it here. The body can't naturally digest a vegetable fiber. It needs microbes. It needs the microbiome to do it for it, and then we are able to extract the health benefits from that fiber. And then that fiber is extracted. All the nutrition is extracted out of it, and the rest of it is used to push out what's not needed. All right. So let's go a little bit deeper into this microbiome, because there's another article in here that I want us to check out. So the effects of inequality run as deep as our microbiome. So many of us are not getting the exposure that we need. But also this morning, we talked a little bit about this one, food for thought, about manipulating gut bacteria. So the gut bacteria is part of the microbiome. So what does it mean by being able to manipulate the gut bacteria? Because when you manipulate the gut bacteria, you move towards health if you're doing it in the right way. So let's look and see if they got anything here. This article is from nature.com. Food for thought about manipulating gut bacteria. Knowing how dietary fiber nourishes gut microorganisms might suggest ways to boost health promoting bacteria. A method developed to pinpoint bacteria that consume particular types of dietary fiber could advance such efforts. Certain gut microorganisms can boost human health, but it's unclear how it is unclear how diet could be harnessed to easily manipulate the composition of gut microbes to boost the levels of desired bacteria. Writing in Cell, Patnode et al. Presents a useful approach for assessing interaction between human gut microbes and dietary fiber that sustains their existence. Dietary fiber is promoted as part of a healthy diet worldwide. Many people, however, do not achieve their recommended fiber intake because they consume insufficient fruit, vegetables, and cereals. Inadequate fiber intake is associated with common conditions including obesity, diabetes, and cancer. Yet understanding the mechanism that links fiber-rich food to good health is challenging. Dietary fiber encompasses a wide range of complex molecules, most of which are present in plant cells. Among them are carbohydrate molecules called glycans, which are resistant to digestion by human enzymes. Listen, as a consequence, some ingested fiber is excreted unchanged in feces, whereas most is metabolized by gut microbes. So once again, we're talking about the gut microbe not only helps with the immune system, not only helps train the immune system, not only helps to boost the immune system, but it also helps your body digest. This is why one of the things that we do in Gye-Nyame is we talk about fermented foods. We talk about the power of fermented foods because you're using microorganisms to ferment the food. This is why we do the ambrosia. Speaking of ambrosia, I'm going to take me a sip. This is why we talk about ambrosia. This is why we encourage people, sometimes take a little bit of time, learn how to make your own pickles. It's nothing but cucumbers, salt, and water. You can add other herbs in there if you want and allow those microbes to help digest it, because what they do is they break down the cell walls so that you can have more access to the nutrition that's in it. This is a science. This is a science that we have been using for eons. You understand what I'm saying? This is something that we have been doing naturally for a long time. Science is just now coming around saying, hey, that fermented food, you know what I'm saying, it's good for you. Hey, the microbiome is important. Hey, it's not good just to take antibiotic, right? And just drop it in your body and boom, blow up everything, because our system depends on these microorganisms doing their part. Your body is a perfect example of how a nation works. Your body is the perfect example of how a tribe works. Your body is a perfect example of how a family is supposed to work. You got different parts handling their business. Now the issue comes when either outsiders come or other parts of the body try to take over and run or do things that they weren't designed to do. And that's when we start having issues. But the microbiome help keeps everything in order. So we ain't gonna go no farther on that. Here's another one on the microbiome. How the microbiome affects fear. Now, not only does it affect fear, it affects other emotions. We're gonna read a little bit into this because I'm about to lead up and we're about to get into these quotes real quick. Our brains, this article is from Quanta Magazine. How studies help explain how microbes in the gut can shape a host fear response. Our brains seem physically far removed from our guts, but in recent years, researchers have strongly suggested the vast communities of microbes concentrated in our digestive tract open lines of communication between the two. Check this out. The intestinal microbiome has been shown to influence cognition and emotions. It influences understanding, thinking, and emotions, affecting moods and the state of psychiatric disorders, and even information processing. But how it could do so has been elusive. Until recently, studies of the gut-brain relationship have mostly shown only correlations between the state of microbiome and the operation in the brain. But new findings are digging deeper, building on research that demonstrates the microbiome involvement in responses to stress, focusing on fear, and specifically how fear fades over time. Researchers have now tracked how behaviors differ in mice with diminished microbiomes. They identify differences in cell wiring, brain activity, and gene expression. So you having a weak microbiome can affect your future generation. It changes the genes. Not only does it work with your mind, how your brain functions, but it also deals with gene expression. And they pinpointed a brief window after birth when restoring the microbiome could still prevent the adult's behavior deficits. They even tracked 4 particular compounds that may help to account for these changes. While it may be too early to predict what happens predict what therapies could arise once we understand this relationship between the microbiome and the brain. These concrete differences substantiate the theory that the two systems are deeply entwined. Let's see, somebody say hi. Let me see who that is. Whoever that is out there on, I think you are on Periscope. How you doing? Oh, that's Gina Brown. What's up, Gina Brown? All right. Pinning down these mechanisms of interaction with the brain is a central challenge in microbiome research, said Christopher Laurie, an associate professor of integrative physiology at the University of Colorado, Boulder. There are some tantalizing leads, he added. Listen, I'm going to tell y'all like this, family. You know what I'm saying? If we need to start pushing our children into the direction of studying things like this right here, right? Because this right here, this microbiome thing could be the key to an extendedly long, healthy life. Right? You look at some of the behaviors around you and it be like irrational. It's like, damn, what's the hell going on? What? Instead of what's on your mind, we need to be asking the question, what's in your gut? All right, so let's move on. So that's maybe that's enough of the microbiome. I probably got another one in here because I'm going crazy on this again. I'm about to get back into this because some of us forgetting. This is why we be fermenting. Now, on Kujichagulia, December 10th, we will be at the downtown Columbus Library, and we will be having a discussion around reparations, around politics in Central Ohio. Being part of the panel, we have Brother Mark Stevenson, a community organizer, and an AD, and he is in the sense the leader of the ADOS Columbus community. Shouts out to Brother Mark. Morgan Harper, Democratic candidate, Ohio 3rd Congressional District. And we want to go out and show her some support because she's running for office, family. Now is the time for us to start talking with our politicians. From here on out, we got to develop the relations with our politicians so that we can start getting what it is we need. Or at least getting assistance, or better yet, protections. In many cases, you know what I'm saying, just get the fuck out of my way. We just get out the way. We need government to tell people get out the way. You know what I'm saying? In many cases. And by us training up some of our young people, as well as in the microbiology and in learning how to use some of this new computer shit coming out, we need to start pushing some of them in the direction of politics and law, and how to shape and control cities. I'm just saying. All right, that's my thought. But we will be meeting on December 10th at the Columbus Public Library in the auditorium, downtown Columbus Public Library, the big one on Grant Street, I think it is. All right, so here we go. Here's what I want to cover. George Zimmerman. He's still alive? Is he? Okay, I'm just Simba, can you fact check that for me? Is George, he's still alive? This is out the Miami Herald. George Zimmerman sues family of Trayvon Martin, publisher, prosecutor for $100 million. George Zimmerman, the neighborhood watch volunteer, acquitted of homicide charged in 2012 fatal shooting of unarmed 17-year-old Trayvon Martin in Sanford, is suing Martin's family, prosecutors, and others involved in the case. He claims rested on false evidence, according to a copy of the suit sent to the media Wednesday. Zimmerman is represented by Larry Klayman. Remember these names. Hold on to these names. We need to know. All right, Larry Klayman, a high-profile legal crusader tied to the conservative causes and the founder of Judicial Watch before splitting with the active group. They got their groups. We need our groups. The Polk County Circuit Court suit cites information in a documentary about the case titled The Trayvon Hoax that accuses the Martin family of engineering false testimony. The director has scheduled a press conference this week in Coral Gables to coincide with the film screening there. As news of the lawsuit became widely reported Wednesday, the theater rented for the screening, Coral Gables Art Cinema, announced it was canceling the event. Coral Gables Art Cinema was not aware of all the details surrounding this event. The theater posted on Twitter. The movie's director, Joe Gilbert, said Thursday he had to cancel the planned event that day and was hoping to hold it somewhere else on Friday. The suit seeks $100 million in civil damages, alleging defamation, abuse of civil process, and conspiracy. A copy of the suit was distributed to media Wednesday by Gilbert. The case appeared on the online docket of the Polk court system on Wednesday afternoon. The court paper says the suit was filed in Polk because Zimmerman lives there. It states all defendants have worked in concert to deprive Zimmerman of his constitution and other legal rights. My question is, what legal rights did what legal rights did you take away from Trayvon? Fuckery alert, fuckery alert, fuckery alert. That's right, fuckery alert. The lead defendant in the suit is Sabrina Fulton, Martin's mother, who became a national figure in the wake of her son's death as a campaign surrogate for Hillary Clinton and a national advocate for social justice and reducing gun deaths. She's running for the District 1 seat on the Miami-Dade County Commission, being vacated by term-limited Barbara Jordan in Miami Gardens area. Fulton's campaign issued a statement from Pamela Goodman, president of Ruthless Florida, a political organization backing for her commission campaign. It is both disgusting and shameful that George Zimmerman, a man who killed an unarmed black child and got away with it, is now suing Trayvon's grieving parents, Goodman said. A goddamn shame. I'm just saying, right? So we're going to stop there. I mean, y'all can go and read this. Y'all can read this shit for yourself. But family, now, not only can they kill your ass in the street, they come back and sue your family. What kind of fuckery alert? Fuckery alert. All women and children, please head inside. Warriors to arms. Warriors to arms. All right, so now let's get into these folks. Let's get into these quotes real quick. Let me drink this water. The black line is open. I will make sure the sound is good this time for anybody that want to join in. Feel free to call in 614-556-4535. Once again, the call-in line is 614-556-4535. I love that sound, boy. That's that fermenting process. Releasing those gases as the microbiome, as the microorganisms inside of here digest the honey. It's probably not very, very little left. And I might have to start brewing soon. I might have to borrow some money from my wife. Lord have mercy. Lord have mercy. All right, family, before we move any farther forward, let me make sure that if you are watching us, whether live or whatever, like us on Facebook, like us on wherever you're watching. Give it a thumbs up, share. You know what I'm saying? Let's jump, you know what I'm saying? Share the discussion. All right, so we're going to run through these quotes, and if nobody out there to pick, I will pick a few, and we'll run through them. You know what I'm saying? Don't be shy. Let me know what day you was born on as well. For those that don't know, we name the days after Nguzo Saba. So pick the day of the week that you was born on and throw up your day name. Actually, just the day, the principal. Well, Brother Hatim, how do we know that? You got to get the G&J e-course so that you can understand what we talking about here on Gye-Nyame Journey. You know what I'm saying? It does no good if you don't understand what's going on here, right? So, you know, I am a component. I believe in building tribes. I believe in the importance of building tribes, family. Why? Because groups, how can I put it? It's the groups and the organizations, the institutions. A tribe is an institution, right? Something that you pass on from one generation to the next generation, right? Our tribe, people can be born into it, but they still have to earn the right to be able to carry the name of the tribe. Now, whether you join our tribe or you join another tribe, there's certain things that you can use to help empower those individuals in your tribe. And what we try to go through in our 7-day e-course is giving you the ideas, just a few ideas. You could agree with them, you could disagree with them, take what you like, use it. Of course, I already know, Miss Navita, you a Coochie Chocolate baby. Get them points. Get them points. Let's see. Let's post it up. How many other Coochie Chocolate babies in the house? I'm a Coochie Chocolate baby. Any other? And Gina, who was on here, is a Coochie Chocolate baby. You know what I'm saying? Any other days out here, is Coochie Chocolate running away with the day again? Or we just the bomb. We just run everything. Where's the rest of the babies? Where the Moja babies? Where the Ujima babies? The Ujama babies? The Nia babies? The Kuumba babies? You know what I'm saying? Come on now, where y'all at? All right, but now let's go on. Let's get into these folks. Let's get into these quotes. My fault. I keep on saying. All right, so we got 2 pages today. So today the numbers is you could pick between a number between 1 and 6. I'm gonna read them. So we got Imani baby in the house, of course, with the name Kwesi Low. Let's see. Day 88. Would you like me to give you the formula for success? It's quite simple, really. Double your rate of failure. You are thinking of failure as the enemy of success, but it isn't at all. You can be discouraged by failure, or you can learn from it. So go ahead and make mistakes. Make all you can, because remember, that's where you will find success. That's Thomas J. Watson. I don't know what I was on day 88 of my journey, because I'm just trying to let y'all know. Number 2. Many a one has succeeded only because he has failed after repeated efforts. If he had never met defeat, he would never have known any great victory. That's by somebody by the name of Orson Sweet Martin. Next, success. Willing to do what the average person is not willing to do. That's from Anonymous. Number 4, or number 1 on day 89. Number 4, choice, not circumstances, determines your success. Let me read that one again. Choice, not circumstances, determines your success. Number 5, the worst form of inequality is trying to make unequal things equal. The worst form of inequality is trying to make unequal things equal. Number 6, and the last one for the day. When people eat eggs, they do not remember the pains the hen went through laying them. That's an African proverb. So somebody out there right now, if you would, pick a number between 1 and 6. The first number up is the proverb we're going to work on right now. And those that are willing and bold enough to call in, the call-in number is 614-556-4535. Join the discussion. Hit us up on the black line. Let us know what you think. 614-556-4535. Come on now. Do-do, do-do, do-do. Number 4. Sister Regina's always on point. Choices, not circumstances, determines your success. Choices, not circumstances, determines your success. All right, family. Now this one right here. This is day 89. Choices, right? We'll do number 3 next, Sister Navita. Choices, not circumstances, determines your success. Family, think about this. We all have been put in bad circumstances before. But the issue is, what do you choose to do? Right? See, because no matter what circumstances may surround you, within those circumstances are sets of choices that you can make. Even not making a choice is a choice. Now, what this one talks to me about, this one talks about the principle of Nia, right? Nia and Kuji Chakli. I could put both of those in there. Nia, because when you're living on purpose, right, you are making choices on purpose. What a lot of people do is they start living their lives on accident. They're not living their lives on purpose. They are allowing things to enter their world and throw them off course. And then act confused because they feel they don't have a choice. See, because a lot of times what it is, many of us are fearful of making choices. Now, because it's like, I could choose not to do this, stream and do all this. All this shit costs me a lot of money, right? All this costs money and takes time. But the piece that I'm doing is I'm making a choice within the circumstance that I am in, because it's part of my purpose, as well as I have Kuji Chagalia. And the key piece, and the reason I love the principle Kuji Chagalia, because I define myself for myself. And I'm able to define those things around me. All right? Somebody says, because no one chose to deal with Zimmerman, the circumstances is him being able to sue. Ooh, Vita hot tonight, y'all. Right? We act like we don't have choice. See, because now what happens is a lot of times the choices we have to make are very uncomfortable. When I make a choice, I have to take responsibility for what I chose. Right? I could sit around and be mad about the situation that I was born in. I could be mad about the situation of my people. But I have a choice. I choose to speak out. I choose to do work. I choose. You understand what I'm saying? I choose to build tribes. I choose to develop men. I choose to create safe spaces where men and women can come together and develop each other. You understand what I'm saying? I'm making choices in what others would define as a bad situation, right? What other people define as a bad situation, I define as a situation of opportunity. I honestly believe that where we are as a people right now is a place that once we as a group all make a choice, right? Because like you've been taught that you are an individual, but you are connected to a group. See, this is part of the problem right now, because many of us in the education system, we have been taught that we are separate and we are individual. And we think that, and some of the words like you will hear is the best way to help black people, the best way to help poor black people is not to become a poor black person. When we were being taught that it was all about individual effort. But what it's really about is about group effort and group growth. As a group, we are not making decisions. This is why I keep on telling people to form tribes, because as tribes, we can make choices, we can make decisions, and we can make things happen on a small scale. And we can inspire other people to either join our tribe or form other tribes that are making conscious choices. See, in order to make a choice, you got to be conscious. You got to be awake. You understand what I'm saying? Sleepwalkers and zombies don't make choice. They just go with the circumstances and deal with it. And hopefully something good will fall in their lap. We can't be like that, family. We can't be like that. We got to be better than that. You understand understand what I'm saying? Our principles demanded of us unity. Unity is a conscious thing. Unity isn't something that happens unconsciously. We got to decide that we need each other and we need to work together. Self-determination is a conscious choice. It's a conscious thing. Principles, all of our principles lead us to being conscious, lead us to being awake, lead us to being able to make a choice, even in the worst situations. Many of us have had to leave relationships because the individual was stuck in a circumstance where they, in a sense, by not choosing, chose to stay in that circumstance. And we chose to do something else. Right? So now we got to do that as a group. And many of us, and what we'll start finding out is that when we start making choices, we'll start really identifying those that are in our tribe. Because everybody, just because you're my skin folk, don't mean you're my kin folk. You understand? One of the things we teach in Gye-Nyame, blood is thicker than water, but spirit is thicker than blood. Many of us out here already have ran into individuals that are a lot closer to us than some of our family people. Sister Navita says individualism is a Nordic Yoruba concept that we bought into. They will get on code as a group. See, and I would even argue the point, Sister Navita, that it was a philosophical idea of the Nordic people because they wasn't acting as individuals. I'm just saying. I'm saying it's a theory, it's a philosophy that most motherfuckers ain't grabbed to because these people that are running the world, West Asians, they're very tribal. Very tribal. Right? We done bought into the philosophy that it's not about tribe, it's about individual development. And we make choices for the individual. While everybody else is making choices with and for their group. They sold it to us and we buying it. Matter of fact, we paying big money to go to these schools to pick up on these philosophies that they don't even practice. All right, let's go to number 3. Sister Navita picked number 3. Sister Navita's out here trying to get her points, family. Damn, I should have set up the contest. I should have set up a contest. I'll do it soon. I'm gonna do it soon. We'll pick a date and set up a contest so that when we're doing the show, those that are tuning in, you could just go to our G&J. Now, for those that don't understand what I mean, when you go to gnjmedia.live and you watch through gnjmedia.live or you watch through our YouTube channel, what happens is by your participation, right, by you subscribing, by you participating in conversations, you receive points. And during certain periods, I could set up times where a group that sends in that types in a certain word can all participate in a giveaway, right? So I'm gonna have a giveaway before before Kwanzaa pops off. We're going to have one during Kwanzaa. Just going to set it up. We're going to get it moving. And all those that are in the chat that's getting points, I'm going to be able to randomly select a winner, and you are going to win some Gye-Nyame merchandise. I got the hat. I'm going to have the hat with the ball. It depends on, you know what I'm saying? And you know, go, and some of y'all, if you would, go to the Gye-Nyame store and tell me what it is that you want me to put up. Because this is the issue though. Because I know some of y'all gonna look at that damn beanbag and say, hey, brother Hot Tim, you need to put up that beanbag. Let me say this. That beanbag is expensive as hell, so I'm gonna need a couple of hundred people in the goddamn in the chat before I start giving that away. But also, this is what else. You also, for every donation, my fault, every tip, every time you hit the tip jar, when you go to G&J Media, you'll see the tip jar. Every time you hit the tip jar, you receive 200 points. Just saying. Just saying. So to number 3, success, willing to do what the average person is not willing to do. Family, if we want to move to success as a tribe, we got to do the things that the average individuals out here are not willing to do. If we want to be successful with reparations, we want to be successful with our businesses, we got to be able to be willing to do what the average person is not willing to do. We got to provide a service, and we got to create value to our family, to in some cases to our customers. We got to provide some type of value. We are exchanging values. This gets into another one of our principles. When we talk about success, success is about creating a reciprocity loop within your life, between you and other people, between you and your tribe, and between you and each member of your tribe, and to you and each extended member of your tribe, and a reciprocity loop between you and your customer. It's a piece of get and give. You know what I'm saying? There's an exchange going on. That's reciprocity, right? And I got to be able and willing to do what average people are not willing to do. Like I said, I got to do these evening shows, so I got to figure out how I'm going to do it. So I had to, all right, shit, I'm going to have to change my time. Because after 9 o'clock, I ain't no good. I'm just letting y'all know. I'll be sitting up here trying to wait for 9 o'clock, and I'll be falling asleep. Streamlab, you better get your shit together. I mean, because the video is stalling. You know what I'm saying? But success, willing to do what the average person is not willing to do. Family. We can't move to success being average. I'm just saying. We can't move to success being average. So as a tribe, we have to be willing to do what other people are not. A lot of people ain't willing to get up on and have meetings. A lot of people ain't willing to get up and to set up a marketplace. A lot of people ain't willing to get up and set up what we call them holidays, culturally specific. I can't remember the term. It's slipping my mind. Somebody out there that know what I'm talking about. Set up these cultural motivating holidays. That's what the market day is. That's what the mall is. That's why it's so hard for me, even though I got family that's like, yo, we need to go and cut it and do it every now and then. I want to try to keep it going every month. Why? Because it is a cultural holiday. We are able to come together and communicate. You know what I'm saying? And I hate breaking that cycle because I believe that it is going to build like a snowball. But like I said, you know what I'm saying? As a tribe, we got to make a decision. You know, as a tribe. Not as hot Tim, but as a goddamn tribe. And that's how we roll in Gye-Nyame, right? So we got to be willing to do what everybody else is not willing to do as a group. See, because as an individual, because this is the issue with individual success. With individual success, you're by yourself. Which means that everybody else that is connected to you in some form of fashion is not doing as good as you, and they're going to depend on you to help them. So what happens when we start thinking as a group and start thinking about how can I get as many people on as I am? I ain't talking about the lazy motherfuckers. You got people that's been volunteering with you, that's been doing certain things. You find what they're good at, and you help them find a way to add what they do to what the group does. You understand what I'm saying? Rather than, because one of the things I run into is we often want people to fit what we want them to do. You understand? We often want people to fit into what we want them to do. Rather than looking at, this person is the bomb at this. How can I help them cultivate and bring value to other people around them? Rather than allowing people to be and do what they are. We want to fit people into our image of them. You know what I'm saying? And it ain't even, see, because sometimes you have some of those geniuses out there that could look at somebody and look at their skill and be like, damn, pick up on it before they do. But then, no, I'm talking about in some of these average organizations where we got individuals that's trying to make people do the shit that they're not good at. Come on, family. Cultural sustaining holidays. Shouts out to Kwesi. Cultural sustaining holidays. And that, the phrase I'm looking for was coined by Sister Jackie out of Maryland by way of Detroit. You know what I'm saying? So I need another number. Come on now. Give me another number and then we done. Come on now. We did 3 and we did number 4, so I need another number. Throw another number up. Ain't nobody calling in tonight? Y'all just gonna let Brother Hatim run his mouth? Come on now. Culturally appropriate and culturally sustaining. Come on, give me a number. You got a choice between 1, 2, 5, 6. 1, 2, 5, or 6. Come on. Let's get it. And call in number 614-556-4535. Once again, call in number 614-556-4535. Don't be shy, because you never know how your wisdom might affect somebody. Oh man, I should have turned off my camera. Come on now. I'm looking for a number. I'm looking for a number. Looking for a number. I'm looking for a number. Come on in. They won't let me shut the camera down. Oh, here it go. Boom. Disable camera. Maybe that's why people ain't calling in. All right. Come on now. Any numbers? Any numbers? All right. Since there's no numbers coming in, I guess we satisfied for the night. All right. I'll pick one, and then we done. I'm going to try to tackle this. I'm going to wait for the number. I'm going to wait for the number. This one is rough. This one, because I hit this one, this one going to hurt some feelings that I'm thinking about. Come on now. Any more? No more? All right, family. We have been on here for 59 minutes, 24 seconds. I want to thank you for joining Congregation of the Mighty, coming to the home of the stubborn minority, the place where your hustle, let me move it forward, where your hustle builds muscle. This is Gye-Nyame Journey Media. I'm your host, Brother Hatim, and this has been Tribal Quotes, and of course you know this is a Heart of a Simple production. We strive to blow up your paradigm. I'm out. Remember, like and share. Remember, like and share. We on the last page, family. We on the last page. Also, by the way, those of you that are interested, the name of the book is Gye-Nyame Journey Workbook, Tribal Quotes. And it's part of the package when you accept the challenge of the 7-day Guza Saba. You know what I'm saying? When you check out the e-course. All right, family, I am out. Well, I thought I was out.